Alrighty. Good evening. Sorry once again for the late start for anyone who arrived on time. Not what I would normally like to start the stream with. Good old apology, but as I said in the chat, I lost track of time and was just checking out the new DLC, which I've just managed to buy and get installed. Ready for the stream, and got lost in all of that stuff, and then had to go through my usual checklist for the stream and so on, and fell a bit behind. But here we are with tea almost in hand. It is fresh out the kettle, so a bit still needs some time to brew, but we are ready to go. So let's close down this crap. And switch ourselves over there and get into the game. So hopefully you can now see, yeah, here we go. So this is where I was up to. I just thought I'd play. I managed to basically spend all the blood points that we had. Well, not all of them. I spent enough to get both the killer and the survivor up to level 15. I did that off stream because it's just a bunch of boring clicking and I didn't want to have to waste your time with it too much. And then having done that, I just tested out the killer so that I knew how his ability worked, so that we're not too embarrassed in the initial games. And as you can see, it went alright. We had a bunch of survivors roughly around my level, with much higher level perks than I had, with the exception of this top dude who was checking out the new survivor. And we did pretty well, so that was good. He seems pretty damn strong, to be honest. He reminds me of some of the better sides of Billy, and his supposed weakness, namely the fact that he needs to slow down and so on and collect these blood beads to power himself up, is in fact quite often a big strength. Like, you can track people down based on their blood beads, which last infinitely longer than blood trails, and are much easier to see, even from a distance. So, Jesus, he's loud. Let's notch down the volume a touch. Yeah, that'll do, I think. Settings, where's the audio? Yeah, we're already at 35%. Like, that's madness. Why is the game that loud if we're at 35%? That is nuts. Don't know. Anyway, anyone who joins or is already joined, do let me know about sound and video quality. The video quality, I'm afraid I didn't manage to get the hardware today. I had a really busy day at work, and of course they tried to deliver when I was out. They were supposed to arrive tomorrow, but it arrived today, which would have been great, except for the fact that I was busy and then missed them and then so on and so forth. So, we're going to see if the Oni queue time stays low. Jesus, he's loud. And if it does, then we'll play a couple of games as killer before we jump into the survivor. I'm actually quite excited to play the survivor. I think she might provide quite a cool play style. She's got some perks that I think, in combination with some of the other perks, could lead to an interesting set of things we can do. So, for example, she has one that stops her from bleeding for 2 minutes on the first time that she's injured. And if you combine that with Jake's perk, which the Iron Will, I think it's called, or Numbing Will or something like that, which reduces your sound made when injured down to basically nothing, so you're basically silent when you're injured. Then when you're injured, you are silent and also not dropping any blood, so that leaves you with a very reasonable chance to break line of sight and juke the killer, run off in one direction, and just try to hide. Good evening, Monsieur Leloc99, otherwise known as Simon. So I am looking forward to trying out the Survivor. We will not only be playing the Killer tonight, but we most certainly will be testing him out. He's very cool, a bit loud, but who doesn't like playing as a big Japanese samurai type demon? That just seems very cool. Tonight's stream may well be a longer one because new DLC gets me all excited and wet and moist. So there's a good chance that I'll just keep playing and play a lot of games tonight. So anyone who's looking to settle in for a good long gaming session, you've come to the right place. Additionally, if anyone has the game and would be interested in doing some Survive with friends or something like that, we could maybe arrange to put a little group together later on. Once we get a few more people in the chat, we can have a go. I've got this perk that shows me all the vault spots and pallets and stuff, and I've got to be honest, so far it's just much more annoying than it is useful. I think I'm going to change that perk out and replace it. Now that bird was just returning to its perch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Someone's opening a chest. Cheeky bastard. What? Am I going mental? Looks like I am. I swear. Holy steel on these two. Anyway, cool. I need to download the patch. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to sort that all out earlier and it just took me a bit of time. It's one of the reasons why we're starting a bit late tonight, and once again I do apologise for that, but it won't be a regular thing, I assure you. So, she's up there, we'll just grab her blood. What's going on there? So someone's up in this window. Here we are. So get him, that's nice, get a bit of blood, and then head back over here. Now that they've been injured, they should go and rescue her, yes. We'll chase the healthy one, why not? Well, that's why not. Yep, new DLC, new killer, new everything. So we'll see where this lady's going. She's going over here, lovely. Could I interest you in a sword in the back? Does that sound agreeable? Got bloodlust on her. Oh, she's gone for one extra loop. That is cheeky. Will she get away with it? Yes! Damn it. Perfect timing from her. Bravo. Right. Well, let's see what she thinks about this. Oh my lord. Oh, you can't tell me you didn't enjoy that a little bit. That was some bone-crushing animation right there. Holy shit, that was violent. PG my ass. Nice, get the blood. There's a dude up on that balcony. Good news. Oh, I will just break this pallet. Well reminded. Thank you. Oh, I can't get any more blood because I'm already... Hello. Oh, don't try and tell me that's not brilliant, because it is. Collect all that blood. Just go and get that to regress. Grab some blood. So we've made it look like we're going that way. Now our man on the balcony. Oh, didn't come back. Alright. He stayed up there. Wow. Going for it, I guess. Oh yeah, that's not getting old. Right, let's see where they went with the blood. Went over here, went over this way. Now our man on that balcony. Wow, he just literally just stands there giving no fucks. I mean, good news for us is that while he's sitting there giving zero fucks, he is not doing any progress, which is great, but I mean, I'm not sure what he's... Oh, he just walked back into it. He thought I was going to go around. I did not. So they will get her off the hook. If they don't get her off the hook before she gets to half life, she'll be likely a bit pissed. They did get him, so that's good news for them. Otherwise that would have cost them a bit of progression. We're just going to wander after this guy, gathering le blood. Has he just... Marvellous. Hello. So we got that one, and then we've got the bloodlusty action. Right. Let's go stomp some heads. Nobody here at the moment. One there though. Hang on a second. Yeah, good news is that we can smash pallets to pieces as well as skulls. But skulls are a lot more fun, I think we can all agree. Oh, what? That was really bad. That was slightly shameful, let's be honest. That is a lot of blood. Let's just grab that. So we're down to one game. We actually need to be a bit more concerned about them getting that job done. News. Well, she didn't do what I would have done, but we have just spotted her, so that's good news. Skull crushing time. What? What the fuck? Alright, we've been thoroughly disgraced here, ladies and gents. Mainly gents. We have missed practically everything. They've got this door. Which means they've also got the other one. So, let's see if we even did enough to maintain our rank, because the entity is displeased, and rightly so. We got 22k, so we actually did just by doing enough damage to all of them. Oh, I've accidentally clicked on the rift thing before we went to the end screen, so we don't get to see all the points. That's really annoying. If I do that, does it tell me like, no, it just opens some stupid rift shit that I don't care about? Damn it. I don't have agitation, so I can't do that one, so none of this matters. Damn. I kind of wanted to see the scores there, just to see how everyone did. Anyway. Good day. It could be my system, to be fair. The graphics aren't great on that one. As I say, I mean, any graphical issues that we've got should pretty much definitely end as of new hardware, which so far, depending on the delivery people not delivering at the only time that I'm away tomorrow, should be tomorrow. So I think after today, all graphical difficulties should hopefully go away. But thank you for bearing with us while we get through this shite. Oh, let's choose. Yeah, let's get some blood points. Where was that one with the pallet? Yeah, let's get rid of that. That was just annoying. Anytime they stun you, blah blah blah. No, don't care. No one escapes death could be pretty good. Let's go. No one escapes death. Or we could go with this. That's actually probably better. See you after some murdering. I think what I'm going to do for the evening is do something like 3 games, 3 games. So 3 killer, 3 survivor. Just keep it pretty balanced, because I don't want to focus on just one. Although, you know, that game was so shameful, we most certainly can't leave it there. I mean, what's funny is that I comfortably ranked up, but I didn't kill any of them, and I just feel like that's just, you know, you can't play the killer, not kill anyone, and call it a good game, can you? You just can't. And yeah, okay, I didn't tunnel anyone. I made, I was perfectly happy just switching my targets around. I was mainly just having fun cracking skulls. In my first game, I got 4 out of 4. He's really, really good. In this game, I was having so much fun cracking skulls that I didn't really focus on getting any kills, and I made a couple of errors right at the end when it mattered. So my bad. Right, let's get to some chopping. Who needs a good chopping? Yeah, I mean, I think you definitely want to do that. Obviously, what I'm doing is spreading mine between... Oh, hello. I'm spreading my points between the new killer and the new survivor. No, I should have taken the bloody obsession one, shouldn't I? I'm trying to blind me. Cheeky bish. So we definitely want to get in here and get involved in stopping this. She has legged it. Let's just get the immediately. I wonder if any of them had quick and quiet and are just hiding and waiting. Where would I go if I was them? Hello. Okay. I mean, I'll be getting them both to 50 very soon, next few days, I would imagine. It's pretty much a necessity if you're going to play anything at a decent level. Get the levels and the perks up. Oh, we've got one coming through here. And he's gone for it. Hello. There we go. So we've got one that's going to lead me away. And then she'll go and get him, and that's fine. We don't need to tunnel that hard. Oh, she hasn't actually gone to get him. That's weird. What just happened? Did you see that? Just teleported about. Hello. Alright, let's go Blood Fury smoke. Oh, you can't just hold that. Right, okay, fair enough. I mean, if you could, it'd be nice and strong, I suppose. Wow, she's got a really strong jungle gym here. See how many fucking vaults she's got. And she's a good survivor. She's keeping her eyes open. Didn't get them on the corner thing. She is anticipating every move that I am doing. And is outplaying all of them. So, once again, it looks like we are not going to have a good game here, boys. And even worse than the last time, because last time at least we were getting so much damage done and points scored. But in this one, we were just wasting our time on this girl. Horrific. small possibility that they're on comms here. Because no one's coming through. I've just seen this one. We'll go for the rescue. Need to make sure we get this one, not that one, because they might have borrowed time and that'll just waste too much of my time. Flashlight girl could probably do with going down reasonably quickly. God, you can't control that wonderfully. Let's try and get this dude. Nice. No one there. I chased him for that one. That is very interesting. That guy seems astonishingly bad. Let's leave him just slugging about because he's worse than this one. So they're over there. Two of them. Yeah, there's Flashlight Girl. Nice. She then goes for the save. We'll make sure we get her, not him. She'll try to go for decisive, but she's got landed right below a hook, so I should be able to stop her getting it. Yeah. Because I'm right below it, he can't stop me with the flashlight shit, which means we're just going to get him as well. Oh, he didn't go for the window. Cheeky bastard. You know, it's my window. Get away. Trying to get through the same window as a Blood Fury Donny. Probably not his best life choice. Oh, fucking decisive strike. Oh, he fucked it. He tried to play the pallet game and got boned. That was, yeah, not smart by him. He got greedy, and to be fair, so far getting greedy has worked well for them. You unlock them at 5, 10 and 15. It's why I spent all those blood points that I had saved up to get 5, 10 and 15 on both my new survivor and new killer. So they are both 15 for exactly that reason. That is not the easiest to control, but that guy's nearly dead on the hook, which means someone has to go and help him. Meanwhile, this girl's getting screwed. He did manage to save him. That's a bit annoying. It's something that would have been nice to get for free, but we didn't get the kill on him for free. We did apply hemorrhage to all of them, which is one of the Oni's perks that's really cool. Oh, they really want this gen. I really don't want them to have it, so let's... God, that guy's greedy as hell. He's just so insanely greedy, it's not even funny. Let's absorb the blood, generator back down, and then go on to this last guy. Oh, we have actually killed all 3 of them, and I should have been doing hatch hunting. Oh, it's here. Marvellous. So now... we just need to stop him opening the door. Which, so far, it looks like he hasn't been able to do, so that's rather handy. Let's demon dash back over to the other door, because he is on a time scale here, and he's injured. Let's see the best route that we can take that shows... Oh shit. Messed up. Yeah, there he is. Luckily he's messed up a lot more, so that's great. He be fooked. Did you see how close that was? Jesus, I think we just shaved his back hair. How you doing, fella? You alright? Right, let's go and pop him on a hook. Here's one. So, what do you all think of Oni? How do you like him? How do you like how he looks? How do you like how he plays? We'll be playing one more with Oni and then switching to the new girl, Yui. Where I intend to test out some slightly ballsy play, which may well get us immediately killed, we'll see. Still possibly prefer Huntress. I enjoy Huntress as well. I think Huntress is one of my favourite killers for sure. But I mean, you know, I Prestige 3'd it, so that's not exactly a big surprise to anybody. So let's have a look. We got 30k. 3 of them leveled up. Yeah, borrowed time. So we were right to try and play around borrowed time every time. Adrenaline seems to be a... Oh, we've got ourselves a little salty fella. Oh. Oh well. I think computer gamers could learn a lot from playing some war games and just having to sit down across the pond, knowing they're going to meet him again soon, and actually having to, you know, take credit for what they do and say. Probably be good for the game. So Bloodweb wise, I'm going to keep my blood points up until I decide a little bit more on which one I want to level up, the killer or the survivor. Because I still haven't decided that. And I do still actually want to put quite a few blood points into getting my Bill to level... I think I've already got him... I got one of his taught perks at level 30. I think I need to get him to 35 and then 40. In order to unlock borrowed time on my other survivors, and then I want to level up my survivor. So maybe I'll hold off on leveling up my survivor until I've leveled up Bill. Standing for your opinions sounds like a dangerous thing. I don't know. I do it all the time, and you know, some people think you're a cock, and that's okay. But I think a lot of people just appreciate honesty. Maybe not at the time, But later on they'll be like, well, you know, okay, he said something that wasn't very popular, but at least he said it. Have you ever had someone completely flip in a game? I had a Hungarian guy accuse me of cheating and claimed that my dice were weighted. And that they were... And then he just wandered off at the end of the game, didn't shake hands. But no, I don't think I've really had anyone like completely flip or go mental. Not really. How about yourselves? You had any of those stories? Oh, it looks like Robin has. Was it Johan? Because that doesn't count. Like... Oh my god, look at that position of that totem. It's right in the corner of the map. They are never fucking finding that. That is brilliant. Look at that bollocks. That is ridiculous. Slightly irritating is they've upped the chances to find the new map. Purposefully, like they've said it. And yet we haven't seen it once. Are we going to get to this before he gets to it? No. Yeah, I know Johan can. I was kidding him. I know he's not going to rage. Oh, that totem on the other hand is less than ideal. Scarsfells trade well into a troll break. Right. This guy just has a pallet finder. Jesus Christ. I mean, the good news is that how many have we broken? Like, there aren't that many on the map. Let's go and have a look, see if we can chase someone off some generators and start regressing the progress that they've made so far. Ah, balls. We did not succeed. Kinda felt like I got that one. Right, let's grab those blood orbs. And then we're going to have to go and deal with this. Oh my god, they actually found this one. I thought they never would, but somebody actually has. Nope. Get off my totem. I'm still wondering how the fuck she found that, actually. Well, I mean, naturally, if I'm not a monstrous idiot, which sadly would appear I am. Would there stop being a pallet right there every time? It is getting frustrating. What? I'm not wasting Blood Fury on this hag. Right. My basement better be here because I want to punish them for this a bit. There's my basement here. Bloody not. God damn it. Wow, we are getting absolutely boned here. this dude's found a pallet. We've got stuck on a tiny little bit of that fucking thing. Wait. Okay. Well, now I am utterly screwed. Unless that woman has been greedy enough to go for this again. No. Well, then I am fucked. Because I've done almost nothing to prevent their progress. And now she's going for that. Pretty certain we got a notification on that, so unless they knew, maybe she knew I had Thrill of the Hunt, she just tapped it. That'd be very smart if she just tapped it to activate that. Honestly, I'd be quite impressed. Time for my blood rage to end. We kind of needed that. We are going to get absolutely 5 gen, no recompense at all. The amount of near misses we've had this game is getting more than a bit frustrating. And this guy, a decent survivor. Knows what he's doing. So see if we can get something from this. Jesus. No, let's run off this pallet. What the hell? Anywhere near my fucking basement? No. Just not managing to string anything together here. We've got 3 gens close together. This guy's got a pallet right next to him as he's getting hit. Pretty standard. We need to get back to this girl who's about to get saved now. Hurt her to get the blood rage, then actually more important becomes getting back to that gen. Chasing the guy on full health. While these ones are all here is not smart. Need to keep pressure on the gens. Just progressing. We saw the blood tracks over here. We've seen her go around this way now. We've seen actual tracks. So we know she's this way. We need to go back to the gens because it's the only thing that matters. They're probably on that. Okay, they're up on that one. Check this one on the way through. Doesn't sound like it's too close. They are on this one and they are making mistakes. Almost no progress. Grenade, marvellous. Blood Fury. And again we imagine that they are going to be going for this one. Yeah, here he is. So here's our usual balls to the wall friend. Who I just completely spacked out. I don't know what just happened. Just lost him completely. Again, they only have 3 gens. They've got to deal with them. I've got oh, interesting. We've just seen that go. So we get a kill finally. Jesus. Collect a bit of blood. Now we need to go and check on the ship generator. Everything they've seen so far suggests that I will camp that girl. They've not done the ship generator, so we need to get back over there. Somehow we are managing to get control back of this game, which we absolutely shouldn't be able to do. They are making a massive mistake. So we've spotted the 2 up there. We're going to let them think they're safe, and now we're going to go and hurt them. Bastard pallets. So let's pop the old blood fury. should be able to fit in the old basement here, I'm pretty sure. Our basement isn't here either. Jesus, I don't know where it is. So, we've got to get back over to the gens ASAP. That one's now completely dead. They're on the ship one. Oh, this one's about to complete. That is really bad news. And that guy just gets away again. In case we weren't annoyed enough with him. Unfortunately, the lunge on this thing is insane. Just managed to stop her before she opened that. Good news. This is tense, isn't it? Fucking hell. Oh, they've got that guy back up already. Jesus, are they arranged or something? All seems a bit handy that that door is... Okay, so they got the other door open. The fact that none of them are even trying. This one looks like a distraction. We're just going to take the extra points. See if anyone comes from this side. No. So, that'll be that for this game. Alright, I think my worst opponent was the one that first told me first round when I said run and drop Fury with Rasheth. Told me I wasn't allowed to move him with the Fury points because I touched the model first and the tokens later, and he constantly asked for takebacks afterwards and I didn't give him a single one. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah. Well, I mean, this was a highest point scoring game, but again, we just let people get away. I'm not impressed with my play on this killer at all. I'm not used to the controls yet, and so far, not very good. My play, not the killer. The killer's pretty good. So, as promised, 3 games. And now, 3 games. Let me just see how far my bill is off. He's quite a way off for this amount of points, and we'd rather, I think, just put them into this girl. But I'd like her to get borrowed time. Oh, it's tricky to say, isn't it? Do you just level this girl up, or do you spend all of that just trying to get borrowed time? Genuinely don't know. I think you need borrowed time. I think we need borrowed time, in which case I'm going to quickly do some blood web spending. So for forgive me for a moment, but we are trying to get our survivor the best perks that we can. And one of the main things involved in that is getting the meta perks, and I think one of the meta perks, especially one that's going to synergize reasonably well with the perks that we already have for that girl, is one called Borrowed Time. We're planning to spend quite a bit of time trying to do sort of ballsy rescues and stuff like that, and therefore interesting. I shouldn't have taken that one, it would have blocked off. So we're going to level Bill, because it's his perk. He's the one with Borrowed Time. We get him to 35, and there's Borrowed Time. So we get to do that, and that, and that, and now I don't care about Bill at all. He's done. So we now switch over to Yui, and try and just get what she needs. Points always good, and we'll try and get her some decent perks. We've got almost 250,000 to spend, so with any luck, once we've spanned through all of these, we'll have a good selection of items that we can use with Yui, and we'll also have a decent selection of perks. For example, Dead Hard that we got just there, pretty good perk. And we've still got 200k to spend, so let's get to it. Adrenaline is pretty good. It's good to have an upgraded medkit, especially since I'm thinking about not taking self-care. Normally I would take self-care as one of the sort of key perks, but I think I'm going to be spending so much time around my teammates, trying to help them and so on, playing a very altruistic style, that with any luck, if we are able to sort of take advantage of that style, then we should be near our allies quite a lot, and therefore, and we should also be basically stocking up on as many med kits as I can possibly get my hands on, and we'll continue to do that, and then we'll use those med kits to heal ourselves anyway, even without self-care. So here we've only got one choice, and it's resilience. Again, we go for med kit, add-ons, stuff like that, cheap stuff. That's a very good item. We're mainly interested in perks, to be honest. Perks and medkit items, obviously the occasional toolbox if and when our medkits are not available. If you have self-care, I think you still honestly want a medkit. Evening, Piper. Good to see you. So far, all we're doing is getting ourselves ready. So the new DLC is out, and here is our new survivor. And I've saved up 1,000,000 blood points to spend on all this stuff that we're now getting. We're trying to get decent perks and decent, basically a good loadout for our new survivor and killer. But I'm going to start focusing at first on our survivor. So, Spine Chill or Small Game? I think it's Spine Chill every time. And we're now going to run out, finally, of blood points. So, let's see what we've got available to us. We've got a decent first aid setup, which is good. Let's just have more checks. That's good. Iron Will, self-care. We're going to go without self-care. We're going to play a style without it, and therefore we'll take Dead Hard instead. And for now, that's what we'll run, I think. I think that's the build. So we're going to run her new perk, which says that whenever I'm within 6 meters of a carried survivor, so whenever I get particularly close to someone that's been picked up, I gain the haste effect, and the survivor's wiggle speed is increased by 20%. So they're much more likely to get out of the hands of the killer. So I need to try and sort of bugger around and help anyone that's been caught. Dead Hard is when I'm injured, I'm able to dash and sort of avoid a hit if I'm good enough at the timing, which I'm generally not. And then this one is the one that allows me to ignore grunts of pain, so I don't make any extra sort of noises when I'm injured. And this one says that when the first time I'm injured, I do not leave any blood for 2 minutes. And then it totally deactivates for the rest of the trial. So basically, the first time I get hit, I won't give any blood, I won't make any noise, and I will be able to avoid the next hit, assuming I'm okay. So I'm planning to use that to have a fairly ballsy style, trying to rescue a lot of survivors and so on. And I think eventually what I'll do is I will replace probably Iron Will with Borrowed Time, so that I'm more useful at unhooking people and slightly worse at hiding. But I don't think I'm going to be doing too much hiding. I think I'm just going to be running in different directions and trying to lose him that way, and then just wandering off once I think I've broken line of sight enough. That's my theory, but honestly I haven't played Survivor enough at the current ranks to know. As you may notice in the top right, our rank is currently 12, so the last time I was streaming, you know, we were a slightly lower rank than this, so we are starting to meet better and better players, which is good. I think we always want to be punching above our weight if it's all possible. It's the best way to learn. So we'll jump in with a new killer and see what we can do. Sorry, new survivor. And as I said before, we're planning to just do 3 games survivor, 3 games killer, unless the killer times become silly, in which case we'll stick with survivor. And that's one of the reasons that I'm leveling my survivor first. First of all, for some reason, I just think she's interesting. And second, I know that sometimes queue times sort of force me to play survivor a little bit more, so I'd like the one that I'm forced to play to be leveled up. How's your week been, Piper? You having a good one? And how's your Oni coming along, Matthias? Are you in a game, or are you currently in the queue? How are your queue times, by the way? Mine seem to be pretty quick. You know, new DLC brings a lot of players online, I guess. Oh, I didn't customize how I look, so she might have a bunch of different cosmetics that we've not figured out yet. Well, shit, that's the Oni. Time to leave. You going for me or her? Me, marvellous. Let's loop round. We are not going to make that loop. Is there a pallet here? No. Bad news. Alright. He's coming for me again, so let's run through there. Oh, I did not think he was going to make that. I genuinely chose not to use Dead Hard because I figured he was too far away. So wrong. But we'll learn him. Operation wiggle like a motherfucker. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And sadly, that means that we've sort of used up, in a way, my no bleeding thing. But 2 minutes, God, that is a long time not to bleed in this game. 2 minutes is like half a trial sometimes if you have a really quick game. You know, like by the I mean, like, because you don't get hit usually in the first 5 seconds, so you wait a while and you finally get hit. Then you got 2 minutes, and by the time that runs out, you're probably halfway through a trial. That is strong. Right, we know the killer's over there, so heal my ass. Thank you, thank you. fuckery, so... Let's heal this one up and see how we get along. Marvellous. He's busy with her, so we'll go and rescue this one. Now she's on her own. Ow. Ye slag. Generally, we would not be leaving any blood, but sadly, since it's this enormous penis, we most certainly are leaving blood. Oh, he didn't. His club hit is delayed, so I hit dead hard. Just a tiny bit too soon. Again, learning, but what? Why am I not allowed to wiggle? Wiggle, motherfucker, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Why did I only start wiggling about half an hour after he picked me up? Maybe when he's in that blood... No, I don't know. Uh-oh. Well, I missed the space bar because I got an itchy nose and played very, very badly. So that is how not to do it. Let's get into another game and see if we can learn how to do it. But meanwhile, let's change the cosmetics, because that'll make us play better, as we all know. We should have some cosmetics, I suppose, for buying the DLC in total, but I could be wrong. Let's have a glance. Customize. Just the one head. We can choose between this one and this one. What the hell fucking difference does that make? That one's lighter, no idea, and those are all the same, so nothing seems to matter. How fortunate that you died. Which one do I prefer? Good question. In general, I prefer being the killer. Yes, I prefer being the killer. So the reason for that, I suppose, is one, I have a lot more experience with it and I used to be better at it. Two is that I think playing Survivor is much more fun when you are playing with friends that have the game, and I didn't have any friends that had the game, and so I never really got that sort of play with friends experience. And when you are playing Survivor, you are reliant on your teammates. They need to take advantage of situations. So if you manage to chase the killer around for ages, but then you get hooked twice or three times, well, that kind of works so long as your teammates take really good advantage of it and do a bunch of generators and unhook you safely and take the hit for you and then run off and sort of share the damage out amongst themselves. And so Survivor relies a lot more on everybody doing what they're supposed to do, whereas when you're the killer, you just need to rely on your own skill. You just need to hope not to get too much bad luck with the map spawns, and you know, if the survivor just happens to be next to a good loot pallet every time you find him, then that's going to slow you down immensely and so on. But you generally just rely on your own skill, your own ability to catch and kill them all, whereas with Survivor, just like if you happen to be the one that gets caught first and you happen to face a killer who's got a tunneling strategy where he focuses on one person, so he just camps you and tunnels you, then you're just going to die and there's not much you can do about that, and I don't like that feeling of helplessness. to game circumstance. So that's why I prefer playing Killer. That said, I think the actual sort of play style of Survivor offers a lot of fun interaction and a lot of adrenaline, and is very different from the Killer, which I think is great. I think in a lot of games... Oh, fucking hell. Back to dying, yeah, you're quite right. We are wasting a lot of her time here, which is great. Oh, what the fuck? That was horse shit. I did not dead hard because I knew I was around that corner in my head. I really thought I was. What the hell? Oh, God. Just so rusty, so bad. I need to stop being as greedy as the survivors that I sometimes mock. Right, where are my teammates? Are they all miles away? Oh, I've got blindness for some reason. So she must have an add-on for her hatchet, where I cannot see my auras, so I can't see my teammates. Yeah, I can't even see where that guy died. I wonder if someone's coming for me. I hope so. Oh, no, probably not. Yeah, like when you're the killer and you happen to catch someone next to your basement and you get someone else next to your basement, like, the game's just already over, we've already lost. So now we just need to sit here and spam the crap out of spacebar without missing a single one, otherwise we die. And they need to come and hopefully save us, but no, it looks like she has downed another one. Not entirely sure. It looked like she just downed her in one, but maybe she was already injured and I just missed it. I was too busy spamming spacebar. She's got 3 in the dungeon. That is absolutely insane. She has won this one in record pace, and bravo to the killer. Yeah, I mean, like, once, so I got caught once, but because none of my, you know, I mean, I can't really mock them. I got killed pretty quickly by her, and then they got killed pretty quickly by her, and none of them came and saved me, so, you know, nothing I can do about the fact that nobody was able to save me, and it was a bit unlucky that we just happened to get caught next to her basement, so she had the strongest possible place to defend us, and so on and so forth. But you can have equally bad games as killer, like. Anyway, jump back on the horse, let's go again. Also, I'm just much better at killer. I played that really badly. And we're going to run out of items at some point. Now let's take a dirtily strong flashlight just to see if it does anything. Probably get rid of Iron Will and replace it with Borrowed Time. I think that's correct. I think that's going to be the way. don't know, maybe the ability to put pallets up is better, back up is better than I thought, but I mean a cooldown of 140 seconds, like you're going to basically be able to do that once per game. It's not that good. And if they just break pallets, it's... No, I think this perk's really pretty good. I wonder what the higher levels of it do. Do they just make it longer time? Because if it was more than 2 minutes, that would be really good. And then this one is level 2 now, so it was 6 and 6, so it goes up to 8 and 8, and the wiggle speed, does the wiggle speed go to 25? 25 wiggle speed is really good. So it looks like this guy's already bought some cosmetics for Yui. I wonder what the cosmetics are for her. I'm not buying any, I've not got any real money involved in this game, and I'm not planning to, but if I play it enough, then you never know. I don't mind supporting games that I play a lot, and I think I can safely say I've played this one quite a bit. So. Just for a giggle, let's make this about the best flashlight you can possibly have. I mean, we're almost certainly going to die without even getting a chance to use it, but I just fancy it. Just seems like a laugh. Look at that, that is a ridiculous. So we increase the consumption, the visual brightness is massive, the blindness duration is massive, it widens the beam, increases the beam, visual brightness again, and blindness duration. I hope that stacks. Though it says it stacks at the bottom there. And then this one is a reduced accuracy, but more brightness, more blind. Like, it should blind the living shit out of... getting a feel for the Oni now, loving it so far. Hunting people down with a club is so much fun. Yes, especially the bone cracking noise it makes me tell you. Like the feeling when he gets someone, he just goes boom. They've really made that. Someone's worked on that for a long time because it's a really very empowering sense of bone crushing madness, isn't it? Great. I'd be interested to see what perks people end up taking with Oni. Like, which perks end up suiting him, or whether he'll just end up with a very generic build with, you know, the usual Hex Ruin, Nurse's Calling, etc, etc. Foe, bloodthirsty, never. The usual Hex Ruin. Yeah, vampire LARPs. Yeah, well, to be honest, as far as I'm aware, there is no such thing as a LARP that isn't about vampires and fucking, is there? Vampires and debauchery seems to be the only two things that actually reliably happen at a LARP. Oh, someone already managed to get rid of the Hex Ruin. Just before we managed to not get a great skill check. That's fantastic. Maximum efficiency. Obviously that's his other hobby. Yeah. Oh, that guy's way too far away for me to go and get involved in just right now. He doesn't seem to be picking him. Oh, he has just picked him up. I was going to say, if he didn't pick him up, I could run over there and get involved, but... We get a full gen done, is a good start. 2 full gens done immediately, wow. Let's get this generator pressure piled on this killer early on. If that guy can just hold on. Oh my god, 3 gens immediately for that 1 kill. Everyone did what they were supposed to. This is what it looks like when you get a decent survivor team going on. He says as he immediately fails a skill check, but this killer should rightly now be cacking his pants. Holy fuck, I hate the hags so much. Interesting. We found the another totem that's actually active. I wonder what it is. I hope it's not the fucking hex exposed one. No. Oh, titties. There's Dead Hard being used as it actually should be. That was very satisfying. Didn't help. Well, it did help, but not enough. Right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So they're all doing generators. My god, they're gonna all have this door open pretty quickly. And this hag is a very, very campy bitch. She's just putting about 19 million hexes all around me. So if my allies are smart, what they should do is do the generators, open the door and leave, and she will be horrifically punished for a very ineffective playstyle overall. But if they don't get the gens done first, and allow her to spiral, which looks like they might now. This isn't great, is it? Well, that was good. She got rid of all of them. They did indeed get the door open. Which then exposed yet another very, very campy trait, no one escapes death. So these guys really should just open the door and leave. There's no reason for them to stick around here, in my opinion. This hag has one game plan and one game plan alone, and that is to camp the shit out of the hooks. She's not even leaving. I do not understand what this girl's doing, but I'm fine with it. Right, so he heals me up so I don't get... Oh, actually, she's got no one escapes death, so even if she does find us, she is gonna one-shot us, sadly. Actually, I'm therefore better not being healed. I actually shouldn't have let this guy heal me, because then I could use my Dead Hard ability, because I'm injured, but now I'm not injured. Oh, shit. fucking saw me. This sucks. Fuck off. Fuck right off. I was through the window. Why is it when I do that, it doesn't fucking work? God damn it. This is why playing Survivor is sometimes really irritating. Get boned. Ah. Why did that guy refuse to go away from the fucking door? I can't open it if you run the killer round and round the fucking door handle, can I, you mongrel? Ah. I hate it. Let's see if we actually D-ranked. We should have done. Yeah, we absolutely did. Yeah. Oh my god, what is that actually a non-D rank? That is disgraceful. That was a disgrace of a game. From me. Right, well that was our 3 games with the Survivor. I do apologise if you were looking to learn anything about the Survivor. All you learnt was that I suck at it. So, jumping back onto the Oni. Let's take some blood point stuff and have a look at our loadout here. Hex Ruin, Hex Lullaby, Blood Echo. I think Blood Echo is good. I like Blood Echo. I think that's a very good perk. Let's have a look. Thrill of the Hunt. I don't think that... Maybe when that's leveled up, if it's 60 seconds and 6 seconds, then that perk might be really good. But an aura for 4 seconds isn't good enough, I don't think. I don't think so. What's that? Considerably increases movement during Demon Dash while Blood Fury is active. Moderately increases the passive recharge rate. Right, let's see how we do with the old Oni. I'm so surprised that we lost that game so hard when she hooked one guy, camped him incredibly hard, we got 3 generators done, then she hooked me, and 2 of them just carried on doing generators for ages, so they should have been quite close to being finished. And then we still ended up with 3 of us dead by the end of it. I don't know, possibly 4. That was astonishingly bad play from all of us, myself included, by all means. I mean, I was the one who missed that first skill check on the second to last generator that needed to be done, and then you know, got caught twice. So one of my biggest problems so far is that it like finding the loops is relatively easy. You just run around and look for a pallet or look for a building with a window to jump through or whatever. But learning exactly how many times you're able to go around it safely and maximizing that number of loops per loop that you find is really important, and is just based on experience. You have to have just got hit a load of times to know exactly how long you've got before you get hit. And then you can time stuff like pallet drops, dead hard, window vaults appropriately. And also I need to get better at using WASD loops, as in like 360 spins with the survivor while looking in one direction, because that's something I've not been doing. All of these things that are important to Survivor, I just haven't spent enough time on learning. I spent a lot more time learning all the little killer bits and pieces. Hello. someone to be your girlfriend in order to have vampirism and debauchery. We're all buying it, don't worry. Oh, cool. We've got a totem and a kill and a survivor hooked here. So we made it look like we're running off. But we do have someone on this. Have they just stayed on it? They've got balls of absolute iron. No. Good. So it looks like that. Did they save her before or after she went to the second stage? I'm really hoping it was the second, because I kind of made an effort to stay. Once I've got her close to it, I made an effort to stay close enough to get her to the second stage. So we save ourselves a bit of time hooking her again later on. Let's see if we manage it. We do not want that. Oh, hello. We saw this guy, so. Yeah, so we've spotted this one. Didn't quite manage to use the extra. Is she gonna go for it? Oh, she's just gonna get her head smashed in. Fine by me. Hello, sir. You got a death wish? What just happened there? No. Right. Let's just pick up this one before she gets rescued. Oh, someone's trying to get my totem over there. Well, they're all around here, which has given us all sorts of opportunities. I shouldn't have fallen for that the second time, I really shouldn't. I should remember what he's doing. I've no idea what she's up to. Like, if she was near a palace, fair enough, but she's not. Nice. We got the previous one up, but neither of these two, so we've got a lot of blood that we can collect around here. I mean, we're actually pretty full on. I think you actually are full on. What? Did someone just run here? Oh well, we get a free kill on her, and that guy's injured. Good news, everyone. Over to the circus we go. Alright, found a dude. And we get him. Works for me. There's a hook. Well, we may as well head over towards the previous hook, because they will be there, as shown. And no reason not to take advantage, I suppose. Is that guy's first hook? Yeah, it is. Oh wow, they've stayed here. Fine by me. That's all gone well. Let's get all that picked up. I don't think it matters at this point, they haven't got a single generator. I mean, if the remaining survivor is clever, they should just run away. And try like hell to find the hatch. Ah. Pretty much what happened to me before, and we teleported through a wall. Alright. The last remaining one is injured. I'm gonna slug this one, fuck it. Slug her and try and find a mate. She's recovering and suggests that a mate might actually be coming. So, let's see if we can. Yeah, good. So bad. So very, very bad. That was ball bustingly close. And that was skull crushing. Alright, nice. So let's get this one hooked up somewhere. Here will do. Now he's going to go find the other one. Hello. Oh, well, after those horrifically disappointing games as Survivor, we can at least claim one good one as the killer. Good lord. He does look so cool. So what do we get to? 30k? Yeah, I mean that's a convincing win. Just throw out a quick GG. What did they have? They had... What is that perk? While standing in a locker, you can then stun them for 3 seconds. Not sure I understand that. I mean, so it allows you to basically lock a dive out, and it'll stun the killer so that you can then run off again and sort of. But it gives you exhausted, so you can't loop it with other perks that give you a momentum change. So like, it is your momentum choice, which means that you're choosing it over stuff like balance landing, lithe, sprint burst, and dead hard. And I think that dead hard is too good to give that up, honestly. Alright, we get to jump straight in. This is great. New DLC. Easy queue times. Has anybody else thought of any interesting things that you could sort of combine the new Survivor's perks with? So one of my ideas was to combine her lack of blood with Jake's lack of sound when injured to provide a really good sort of hiding style. But I'm not sure that hiding is the current meta. I think it's just running and looping. So therefore, maybe that's not the best idea. So I'm interested to hear if anyone else had any other thoughts when they looked at her perk list. If they came up with something different or something that they think might be helpful. That is a long way away. It is very unlikely I'm going to stop them from getting that. But if they are scared off by me running at them, then maybe. Nope. Fuck. Oh. First hit. We're not going to bother with regression there, we're just going to... I didn't want to bother too much with collecting the blood because I felt like she was about to make her way to a loop, and so I thought it was more important to simply deny the loop than it was to do anything else. This is a pretty good hook, even though it's not the basement hook. It's pretty open and difficult to maneuver around. I want to go back over to that generator and... yeah, so there was someone here, there they are. It's a good player. While we do this chase. we've got the regression going on. She didn't manage to tap it. And we are now chasing. Let's use the demon form, see if we can. Nice. Alright, we finally made some good use of demon form movement and so on. It is tempting to just leave her down, actually. But, since they're in there and there's no good way to get there, let's just get her picked up, hooked up. We're going to use the same hook as last time. While I just sort of left it be last time, this time I can make a bit better use of it, hopefully, if I stick around. Actually, the windows really don't line up in a good way, so that is in fact a very bad hook. Good to learn. We've got the regression on that generator. They've completed one over there. They've spotted that. We would imagine they'd have to be pretty stupid not to have spotted it. We can hear the injured one out here, and I'm more interested in catching her. Yeah, good stuff. We're pretty close to... What? Oh, decisive strike. Fun and balanced. See if we can head stomp some. And we get it! Woo! Right, we are near our basement, so let's use it. See if we can't turn this into a bit of a spiral for them. They've immediately got that one up. Wow, they are working together big time here. We'll get the regression so that they're under pressure to stay in this area, because that's what we want. Get rid of this pallet so we've got less places to work with. And we have applied hemorrhage. Oh, beautiful. So this girl is injured. She's probably got borrowed time for the fact that she's being this ballsy. Yep, she does. So we really wanted to get the other Claudette, not that one. She's dead-harded a bit too soon, but she's of course found a pallet immediately. That's really irritating. Fortunately, this girl looks like she went AFK, just didn't believe anyone was coming for her or something, I don't know. So let's get her back up on the hook. And then we know that the other one is injured, and now that we've applied that, it hopefully applied hemorrhage. I think that's how that works. I'm not really... Oh wow, they really wanted to get that one done, and they were really close. Missed. Good dodge from the lady. Not good enough the second time. We're not going to get her into the basement, I don't think, not from this range, so we'll just hook her up as is. And there's a lot of blood around from the chases that we've already done, so... Wow, that was quick. So, borrowed time again. They've got such a list of momentum perks on this team today. decisive strike times 2, borrowed time times 2 minimum. This is a really good loot. Get fucked! I let go of that at the right time. Christ, thank you. It's possibly not going to be enough, but... we do at least have her in a very bad spot. But that is a fresh hook, so they've got a good while to use it to their advantage. This one is already underway. Let's damage it and then get over there and punish this save. Yeah, they have gone for it. So we're going to hit that one just for free, essentially. Oh, she didn't have borrowed time. I was expecting borrowed time and I was trying to play around it, but she didn't even have it. So, oh, it's decisive strike number 3. Good-o. Well, that's fun for all the family. So she gets to loop us around here for a while. Wow, I thought I'd got that one then. Yep, she's done that pretty perfectly. Wow, that was close. Look at that though, that was alright. Pretty pleased with myself with that. That wasn't too shabby at all. And of course someone's ready immediately to not only get her off the hook, but also blind me with a flashlight. This is starting to feel like an arranged team, more than a little bit, which is kind of annoying. Fortunately, she did make a mistake. She's only human. So, we're going to have to go and prepare for the flashlight go. So we knew she was there, we knew she was going to try and do that, so as a result, they get another generator though, which puts them one step closer to victory, not good for us. This girl has balls of steel, but we kind of knew that already. We now control the pallet side and we can theoretically mind game her. Oh, she didn't drop it? we've now got Bloodlust, so we should make this... Yeah, she knows it as well. Why the hell did that not hit? Why the hell did that not hit? Balanced landing as well. Tiny bit irritating. Another pallet, of course. Greedy as fuck survivor. Punished for it finally. Now, adrenaline, that is like the timing on that is only possible with an arranged team. They literally waited until she was hit down and then popped the final gen to heal her up. Make damn sure she dies for it. So the one that we're supposed to see, we just saw. The one that we're not supposed to see is behind that tree there. And they've gone for it. We got both of them, so we got what we wanted. And now we've got this one trapped. Cannot risk this one getting away, so we've got to go back. She is indeed. This is an arranged team 100%. We've got them injured, but it's not enough. They are probably going to get away. I wonder if we're going to get this one. Yes, we are. Alright, so we got this one. That's fine, that'll do. They've now both got to leave. And I get this one. I don't think she can do any decisive strike or anything like that, so there's no risk. But yeah, that is what it's like playing against an arranged team. Just crazy town. A couple of those were triple prestige survivors, and with flashlights and with communications. Like immediately the girl got down, they waited with the last generator so they could pop her back up again with adrenaline. They were ready with pallet drops, flashlight stuns, communicating whenever I was near the hook or not. You saw like double baiting, so one running one way, one running the other way, so that one of them could try and heal the downed one. Like all of that. It leads to a very challenging game as the killer, and those can be really, really satisfying or really, really frustrating. And it depends on how you're playing, really. If you're playing well, like we didn't play that well that game. It was a medium game from us. So, but like borrowed time, decisive strike, decisive strike, decisive strike. balanced, dead hard, dead hard. So meta perks, balanced. And a ranger medkit. Ooh. Yeah, alright, so that's the second game with the Omni, so we'll play one more as the Omni in this rotation, and then we will jump on to Survivor again, and try and be a lot less shite than we were previously. But then who knows? We're earning a good amount of blood points as well, so we're back up to 81.5, so we will hopefully get our Survivor and Killer up to 50 as quickly as we can. We're going to keep using blood point offerings. We won't use anything else for the first while because our main focus is just getting Oni and Yui up to 50 each so that we can have a good perk loadout. I mean, that's the other thing, is that when you're playing against an arranged team and they've all got 4 level 3 perks, so they've got 16 level 3 perks, and I'm sitting here with a level 2 and a few level 1s. It is rough. But I've been making far too many excuses today, and I'd like to most definitely stress that the main reason I'm not doing as well today as I have been on other days is because my rank is climbing and I'm facing better opponents, and they are outplaying me. I'm not playing well enough on Killer or Survivor to be satisfied. So always try and blame yourself if you can bring yourself to do it, so that you can improve. Things we did wrong with Killer in that game. That's worth thinking about, isn't it? So we got that hook wrong. We thought that hook was in a good position, but actually it was. It just allowed them to safely do the generator on the other side of the wall and know that if I was there, that I couldn't possibly be near the hook. So with no window, that was quite a bad thing. I should have checked the window. I should have checked the hook position was good. I tried to play around Borrowed Time, but I didn't play around Decisive Strike enough, so that was a mistake. I should have played around Decisive Strike more, well, just as much as I was playing around Borrowed Time. I focused a little bit too much on the survivors that were clearly very good. So they had some survivors that were triple prestige and were looping and dodging very, very well, clearly rank 1 survivors at some point, or several points. So I should not have invested as much time as I did into hunting them down. I should have switched, just injured them, switch target, injured them, switch target. Every time they came within range, injure them, switch target. If I can't injure them, just switch target. Don't waste too much time on them and just focus on regressing progress, and injuring them is a really good way to make sure that they have to go and waste some time healing themselves instead of repairing generators, because then if they're not full health, then they can't come and fuck with me. And generally, high-rank survivors are high-ego survivors, and the only thing that they really want to do is come and fuck with the killer. So if you can injure them, it'll save you a good amount of time, and they will just go and waste time running about healing and then coming back to mess with you. They want to be chased, so whenever they want to be chased, don't chase them unless you think you've got an ace up your sleeve or you genuinely don't have anything better to do. So again, I'm not sure if we've actually hit the new map yet, despite the fact that it's the map rate has been changed and that this map should be the top. The new map should be at its absolute highest chance of being hit. I don't think we've hit it in any of the 8 or so 9 games that we have played. So that's a bit of a shame. I may have just totally missed it and it was actually one of the other maps that we played and I just thought it was one of the old Killer DLCs that I also haven't played. Who knows? Here we go. So already a bit of flashlight tomfoolery. But fortunately this girl made a mistake. Let's see if we get immediately flashlight saved. Oh, my fault for going anywhere near that pallet. And yes, we are getting a So it looks like we may have hit another arranged team, just based on this initial. I wonder if that does more damage. Oh, that was horrendously bad timing to go out of Blood Fury. As the hammer is coming down on that guy's head, we go out of Blood Fury. I mean, we've been in it for a while, to be fair to him, but even so, sad times. Sad times indeed. He's out in the open, so we'll take advantage of that. Don't think we're going to make it down into our basement from here, so I'm going to hook him up top. I'm just going to immediately get a move on. See some generators. Both of those generators clear, so we'll head back. Yep, they're going for him immediately. May as well get the injury, also, especially on Oni, where you actually get some benefits for it. This is an unbelievably good loot that we got here. Fortunately, he kind of wasted it a bit. I don't know what he's doing there, but I'm all for it. So we'll just get that progress as quickly as we can. And then move to try and regress some generators. All the generators in this area seem to have been finished already, so they're making a bit of a mistake, I would say. Because now all the remaining generators are concentrated up in that area. I just misclicked. So we're going to go for this guy, because if he's got Decisive Strike, it's going to get wasted, so I'll get to hook him immediately. And that girl can just sit there for a minute. So we know one survivor is here. And one is over there. So we know where both the remaining survivors are. This is good news. And of course we'll go for the one that's trying to go for the save and the heal. Sadly we didn't get that, and we didn't get that, and then he got the pallet. So that couldn't have gone much worse. We'll head back over here. They actually got that girl healed up. Ah, so she's over here. Great news. So... I think she's somewhere near here. That flashlight girl came to come and save her ass and distract me. It's just a theory. Wow, that was close. Tricky to control that. Let's go over before it comes out and get to another gen. Not at this one, sadly. This one? Nope, no progress. So these 3 gens in a row to check out. Let's go and have a look. This way is very much being worked on. In fact, it's just been finished. Fuck. Nice. My basement is here, and it is about as low as it can go, so... I'll get him hooked. To distract me, or any of them want to distract me really, so that the other one can get to that one down in the basement. So we'll now go and... Oh, no one even tried to save him, wow. I really thought they would try. So, come out of here. Find out which gens they're working on. This girl really likes being chased, so I should not be chasing her. Since I actually have my club out, and auto tracking just disappears on that when you get going. That's annoying. That is really irritating how close we're getting with that. Right. Christ. This game is taking far too much effort. Now then, is anyone else coming with a flashlight immediately? Doesn't look like it. So, let's just get her up. Grab that blood. on this gen. No. Check on this gen. A little bit, but not too much. We just heard someone jump down, but I don't know the map well enough, so I don't know where she jumped down from. There we go. So we want to make sure we hit the one that rescued. Turn around so that that one doesn't have time to come and blind us. Immediately hook and then chase. Blood Fury. Dash. Another dash. Switch round this way. Dash back. Well, we've got her to the second stage of sacrifice. They've still got 2 gens to do, only 1 girl remaining and she's injured, so she's maybe just abandoning her and going hatch. I wouldn't put it past her. She seems like one of these flashlight bins that really enjoys it. There you go. Oh, it's my own fault for being a moron. I didn't get one of those. She's going to jump in there. Yeah. She's now going to get Decisive Strike. Didn't get it? Or didn't have it? Or it wasn't proc. Was it proc from that? So she wasn't the one that was hooked, actually. Right, we're going to slug her. We're going to slug her and go and find the other one. She tried to go over this way. That girl was healing herself. Let's go back to the one that was slugged. She's now crawling that way, so if she's working with the girl, then she should be over here because she's trying to crawl away from where she actually is. We've waited long enough where no perks. Should be able to help her. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. Oh, that feels good. Finally. So she's boned, and now she's boned. Beautiful. Right, so now we will jump on Survivor and see if we can up our game a little bit. Well, if we can't up our game a little bit, then we should just jump off a cliff. But if we can up our game quite a lot from the previous one, then that would be good. GG. What do we get? 30-ish K. Not bad, not bad. I love how you camp the basement, you would go back and forth. So yeah, just as he says, like I didn't go for many chases. I stayed around the basement and sort of patrolled around the hook. And he's absolutely right. After a while, once I realised that this girl's only main intention was to come and save people, and I think this one too, to a point. We were trying to save, but you just camped. Seems a bit unfair and unfun. It's always tricky what to say here because, I mean, some people are not really willing to listen anyway. But also, like, in a way, he's got a point. I see where he's coming from. I think the chat host just left, yeah. So I see where he's coming from. But at the same time, I think when a team of survivors is making the mistake of not putting any gen pressure on the killer at all, so none, literally none, they've stopped doing generators, then why does the killer have any reason to leave someone on a hook? Like, I'm killing someone and you're not doing anything back. Seems good to me. Yeah, seems good to me, so blood points, always what we want at the moment. And let's see if we can up our game a little bit as Survivor. We've got some points to spend, so let's get them spent. Kindred's actually an alright perk, we should have maybe taken that. Oh, and we're immediately into a game, that's quite fast, good. See if we can spend a bit more luck points while we're waiting. Decisive Strike 2, that's very, very good. Toolbox is great. Let's get some cheaper stuff. Good luck, my friend. Have some fun with any luck. Oh, we got our Bike 3 talent, so that's good. So it's 7% speed. That really doesn't improve it that much. That's a bit of a shame. But we managed to get it just before we started the game, so that's cool. We've got the a bit of a better level of our perk, so we're going to have a look and see if we can make some use of it. Ideally, we want to be like a number 2 position. So if you've ever played Dota, you've got your number 1 position that is your hard carry. They're taking all the farm. So in this case, I'm going to randomly use Dota terminology in Dead by Daylight. I don't know why, I've just decided to do it right now. So you've got your 1 position that is essentially just taking the killer's attention. He's the one being chased. In other words, he needs to be running around loops, dropping pallets, and generally using dead hard and abilities that cause exhaustion to waste time. Your number 2 is the one that's supposed to sort of take over when the number 1 is running out of loops. So number 2 is the one that's supposed to unhook them, stay near them, make sure they can help out, maybe drop a pallet, maybe distract them at the right time, leave tracks in a different place so it's more difficult to follow one survivor. Stuff like that. And then 3 and 4 should be doing generators or healing people. And so I think this Yui girl, based on her perks, I think she wants to play that 2 position. Not so much the 1 position, but the 2 position. So what we've done so far we've just got ourselves fucking killed with very little, there was no 1, 2, 3 or 4, we just got murdered. So first of all, we'd like to stop doing that. And then, if we can, we'd like to get to the point in the game where we can sort of dictate which position we're playing, sort of thing. Oh, a little bit of lag there. We're going to use the toolbox straight away because I'm planning to spend a lot of this game being as altruistic as I can, and so I want to get... Oh, fuck, right, I'm going to get over to that guy immediately. Oh, what a dickhole. Immediate abandon. That is going to screw us right up the ass. So we're up against a spirit. I don't really know what she does. She just jumps on us like that, out of nowhere. How the hell was her terror radius that small? What the fuck? So I thought that when she stopped like that, she was going into her phase shift mode, and I presume that she used that to pretend that she'd gone into phase shift, so that I would come back over the pallet and then she could just kill me, which is very smart. If that's what she did, then that's really cool. I like that a lot. So she's on us like stink again. Just playing so badly. It's not even... Fortunately, at least that's the first time we've been hooked, not the second, because we managed to get... What? Nope, apparently that was the second time. My memory and the indicator both seem to suggest it was the first, but no. Oh, of course we got hooked pretty early on, that's my bad. So... that immediate disconnect basically left us 1 versus 3 and completely screwed us. But then, you know, from there we've continued to play badly, and so we are boned. Utterly boned. That guy might try and come and save us, and he might have enough time if he just runs at us. But it looks like he's just crouching around and probably now just waiting for the hatch. He'll have realised that we're screwed. Or at least he should have done. Is he going to sprint for me? Because he'd have to sprint right now. He is not. He's just going to get found and hit and killed, I presume. Is he running for me? Yes, he is. He's finally decided to run for me after I'm dead. Good one. I have a lot to learn about playing Survivor. I think one of the things I might need to do is go off stream and watch some decent survivors playing, because obviously that is not me, and then use that information to hopefully sort of learn a few things that I'm doing a bit wrong, especially if some of them are speaking about how they're playing. Like if they talk about what they're doing while they're doing it, then that could be really, really interesting. I don't really know any of the good survivors, so I'll have to go and find out. I mean, True Talent, the guy that I mentioned last stream, who's a very good killer, is also a very good survivor, but he's most definitely a killer name. We're gonna live forever, or no one left behind for the end game. Interesting. I don't think that's worth it. I honestly don't think that's worth it. I don't think it's good enough as a perk. So I don't think either of those are good. So it doesn't really matter which one we take. So generally speaking, it does sort of tell us information about stuff that we've been fighting, so we could surmise that maybe we are actually facing the pig in this one. Let's see. So we've just got information about the spirit last game, and then we faced the spirit. We just got information about the pig, so let's see if we're facing the pig. Simple test. And meanwhile, let's try and suck a little bit less at this game. And we are facing the pig. Check for Hex Ruin. No Hex Ruin. Marvellous. One ambushing pig. It's getting a bit exhausting being found first in every game though. I pressed fucking dead hard. I actually pressed it. I heard the shing. I went for it. That is really irritating. Like, most of the rest of the time I've just been playing horribly badly. That time I heard shing, so I was like dead hard. Didn't happen. Don't know if my mouse is brand new, so I don't think the mouse button got stuck, but I've got it bound to. I'm going to do this, which doesn't do anything, it just sort of tries to show them that the killer is near me, because I'm pretty sure she's ambushing very close. Definitely on someone else, so let's make sure that we're putting some pressure on with it. to this gen, and then we can heal each other. Because I don't have any perks that allow me to see auras of the survivors at the moment, and I don't have self-care. So I either spend a lot of time going and looking to survivors, or I can go to generators and hope that they can sort of find me, as it were. We're about 3/4 way through our no bleeding perk. After we've got this done, we do need to go and try and find another survivor. As soon as... Check this. No one here. Heartbeat, she's not after me. Cleanse this totem for now. Oh, shit. So he came to me like a fucking spanner, and of course she just happens to go for me. That is really kind of the spirit of the day, isn't it? Again, I tried to press dead hard, but that time I didn't press it in time, so it was just my fault. Oh, and she just happened to have a momentum. Whoa, this has not been my day in any way, shape, or form. Jesus. What did we get, like 2,000, 3,000? God damn. What a joke. Yep, I've got a lot to learn. So, let's play one last one, see if we learn anything, and go from there. I think one thing we could learn is don't use up all of the good add-ons while you're sucking a big bag of dick. Let's just use up some cheap items and add-ons, and then try and learn as we go. This really doesn't seem like a great perk at all. But we haven't really had the chance to use it yet, so we can't confirm that. You have to be really close to a carried survivor. I don't see that being meta. Like, it might be alright, it might be fun, but I don't see it being that good. I like the not bleeding thing though, that's sweet. What level have we got in that other one? There's any means necessary, so we can hold up an extra pallet. Don't know. Genuinely don't know. So we decided that doesn't matter that much. So let's get the least expensive. Obviously getting a decent toolbox is good. Teachable perks are now available, so we can get Teachable Lucky Break on other survivors. We're not actually that bothered about teachable perks, but we'll get them just to avoid them popping up again and again and again. And now we're out of blood points. Alright. Lucky Break does seem pretty good. Not bleeding is quite sweet. the fact that no killer has joined this probably means this lobby is bugged. So for the last game of the evening, we'll jump out, jump back in, play our third and final game with Yui. Oh, that immediately unqueues us. That's annoying. Well, I'd like to just have a little glance. So I'm not overly bothered about any of these outfits. I mean, for a start, if you can... Wow, she looks so cross-eyed and stupid in that one. Yeah, I'm not that bothered about any of that. I might get one at some point, but only with these iridescent shards. Yeah, this is the new Survivor. If you're looking to figure out how to play Survivor, absolutely turn off the stream. I have not played this badly as Survivor for a few years, and thus far all I've done is fuck up absolutely everything. Morale is low, I'm going to tell you. But the killer games went pretty well, but I think that might have something to do with the fact that Oni's really good and people don't know how to deal with him yet. But once they figure that out, I'm sure they will be back on form. But this is the new Survivor. I'm trying to level her up and get my perks sort of going. I do not think that this perk is very good, but I want to give it a fair trial. So I'm going to keep running it for a bit and see if I can adapt my playstyle. You, me and two other noobs sounds like a fantastic four of survivors then. Yeah, we would suck quite a bit of balls. That's very much the case. I know that Mateus would be probably up for it if he's still listening, but we're 4 minutes away from the end of the stream, so maybe we'll save that one for Thursday night, although I might be playing Apex on Thursday because my system will finally be able to handle it, so we'll see. Either Dead by Daylight or Apex on Thursday. Tomorrow night will of course be puzzle games, so I'll be completing the Spectrum retreat that we started last Wednesday. Everything could be solved by communication. Yeah, that's the theory. That's the theory. Oh, you haven't even installed the game. Right. Alright. Final game of the night. Let's hope it doesn't suck as much as all my other Survivor games have sucked. So far, I've been the first survivor found almost every time. Hello, madam. No hex ruin, so that's a good sign. So far, so good. Gonna play it very safe. Alright, she's gone for that guy. So I'm gonna run over there and try to make use of this perk and try to help. So we've successfully absorbed a hit. What the fuck? Get fucked! Look where I'm standing, motherfucker! God damn it! Well, part 1 of the plan, help allies, worked well. Part 2 of the plan, don't get dicked through a wall, not great, could use some work. 5 out of 7. That guy's been hit, so they should get moving. He should not run towards me if at all possible. Good news. I'm gonna walk away because I've got no blood. Oh, he's fucking seeing me anyway. Fuck it. And she's sprinting next to me with any luck. She went for the other one. We kind of dunked our mate in the shit there, but I don't even feel slightly bad anymore. Right, we can heal each other up. That's good news. Oh, fucking hell. We are getting caught a bit too quickly. Actually, we have got 3 generators done already. That was a good start. And now the killer is starting to pull it round, so... Let's get some points while we're here. Looks like our mates are... Trap the boys over there. Oh, he's been trapped immediately. That's not good. Well, that couldn't have gone much worse. I thought he'd leant down to pick up the body, he'd actually leant down to set a trap. And so I wasted the potential pallet stun that could have saved him. Genuinely do not do anything that I have done on this stream as a survivor. It will not go well for you. I also cannot seem to find... Here we go. At some point we need to just stop being altruistic and start being gen pressury. So You know, we started off well, but then we've just been healing and running around and trying to save each other. So now at least one of us needs to go and get some gens done, hopefully more than one. So we just pop 2 gens and put the pressure right back on it. It wasn't fresh. How many generators generally located on that? So there's 8 generators on a map, of which you need to get 5 of them. So the last one will always be with 3 generators remaining, and so it's always important, if possible, to spread out the generators that you complete, because you do not want all 3 generators to be... this guy's leading him straight to me, isn't he? What a complete cunt stick. What an absolute bell end of the highest order. Fuck it. Oh, and I'm the one who gets fucked for it. You have got to be kidding me. He runs him to me. And I end up getting a big fucking thick one right up the cornhole. My god, that was close to me running into that trap. Right, let's use this med kit, try and heal myself up. We're not going to be able to get all the way, but... got rid of the trap. Our allies got that generator finished. So we just need one more gen. I do not know where the remaining gens are. Looks like there's one right here. Now, is there a trap on the other side of this window? No. So me and this guy should be able to very quickly get this done. Nope, he spotted me. Got hit, kind of deserved it, to be honest. There's the dead hard. And there's me being a fucking massive tool. Alright, pressure's back on him a little bit. I'm recovering my health so that allies can heal me up pretty quickly if they want. Looks like it's been successful. Successfully opened a door, so it won't be that one. But the question is, where was that door? That got opened. Well, the trick, what I'm going to do now is follow this girl, because with any luck she knows, either she opened it or she knows where the guy that did open it went to. Because one door's over there, right in front of me. Where's she off to? Oh, she doesn't know where the door is, she's just looking around. That is bad news. Follow her footsteps exactly. Looks like our teammates are going to go and help this guy. Oh, they're just farming shit or something, I don't know. Either way, we're leaving. Nice, we finish on a high. We didn't play particularly well, but at least we won. Or won, you know, we survived. And that's the first time I think we've survived with the new Survivor, so we'll take moral victories where we can get them. We got a lot of blood points there, that was pretty good. Yeah, not our best, but not the worst. Alrighty, so for those still with us, thank you very much for staying around and for enjoying the stream. Hope you had fun and had a look at got to at least see the new content, got to see the new Cursed Legacy and all that stuff. I didn't showcase the Survivor very well, so I'm sorry for that. But my opinion is that this perk is pretty bad, and that we'll have to have a look at her other perks and see if we can sort of work those a bit better. Obviously, it's difficult for me to judge the perks because I'm not a very good Survivor player, or in fact player at all at the moment. You know, when bad players say, oh, this is no good, and really good players might be sitting there going, this is amazing, you just need to know how to use it. You know, so you've always got to be careful when you judge stuff like this. I get the impression Lucky Break is pretty good. And I think it especially synergizes quite well with Iron Will, but we'll see. Dead Hard is just solidly good. But this one, I don't know. I think that one might have to change pretty soon. We'll see. I'll play some off stream and watch some other streamers playing Survivor as well. And I've just realised that I've switched to the stream ending stream, so you can't actually see the stuff that I'm hovering over. So that's professional streaming. You can tell that I'm a bit tired. It's been a bit of a long day today. So I'm going to sign off, and without much further ado, hope you all have a wonderful evening. Take care, and if you fancy it, see you tomorrow for some chill out stream with the Spectrum Retreat, doing some puzzles and nice little bit of story. Actually, it's a good one. If you fancy a little relax, then tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, I'll see you here. Take care.